Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the delayed flight once again. I don't think that you have very often the luxury to be inside a tower in an airport. But let's get started immediately because we have some things to do today, and actually I consider this maybe the most important tutorial so far. So let's get started immediately. Escape, control options, and you go here, keyboard. Please try to set up the page like this to have all the control options. I mean only the titles, and keep closed the subfolders because we can here open any one of these. We need exactly this page, and I don't know how you will make it. It will not be difficult, of course, but we go here. We go to Autopilot and we open this one. Control options, keyboard, and now you go here. You open the Autopilot arrangements. Okay. Now I want you to find these keys. Insert homepage up, and down it is delete end page down. If you prefer the black edition and you have a black keyboard, here is the same again. And we are talking about this part of the keyboard. Insert, home, page up, delete, and page down. Okay, this part here. So, control options, keyboard, and you will find this one. It is good to have your page arranged like this, all subfolders closed, and you go to Autopilot. You go here. Now you scroll down. Autopilot is open, this window. Actually, this subfolder. You scroll down and you find this one here. Increase Autopilot reference altitude. This one. Okay? There was a previous tutorial not a long time ago. This one here, ATC Basics for MSFS 2020 with a Boeing 747-8, where I showed you how you change these commands. If you haven't seen it, please have a look. So you find this one here. We said increase Autopilot reference altitude. I don't know which was the default command. You go here, whatever it is written, you press here, and you put this command, control page up. If you don't know how, please let me know in the comments and I will show you once again, but you can follow the tutorial I showed you and you can see how you put this command. Actually, you press here, control plus page up, you hold both keys and then you validate, and that's all. Okay. So, this one here, yes. Increase Autopilot reference altitude is control page up. And you set this one. This will be your command. Control page up. Increase Autopilot reference altitude. And here, decrease Autopilot reference altitude. You put control page down. The same way, you go here. Okay, to show you once again, is there any reason? You press Control, page down, let it be somewhere else. Control page down, I showed you how, and you validate. Okay, I will not show this again. Validate. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments or watch this tutorial, because some commands will change forever. So that means that now increase autopilot reference altitude, it is control page up, and decrease autopilot reference altitude is control page down. And it is done. With this command, you will control your altitude much more easier than you used to. Now you go to this one here, increase autopilot reference VS, which stands for vertical speed. Increase autopilot reference vertical speed. You go here, you press here, and your new command will be control home. Validate. Decrease autopilot reference vertical speed. This one here. You go here. And your new command will be control end. Validate. So, once again, I repeat, it is good to have this set up. All the subfolders closed. Please be patient and please be extremely careful. We go here, Instruments and Systems. And we open this one. Please be extremely careful. Instruments and Systems. You press here. And then you go Flight Instruments. Here. You press here. Okay. So here you scroll down. And we find this one here. Increase heading bug. Okay. So here you will put this command, Control Insert. You will press here. I don't know if there was any command or which was the default command, and you press Validate. Okay. Increase heading bug. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you see decrease heading bug. So you go here, you press here, and your command will be Control plus del and validate. I will repeat this once again because it is a little bit complicated. You go here, Instrument and Systems, Flight and Instruments. You press. You scroll down and you find this one here. Increase and decrease heading bug. And you will put these commands. Increase heading bug, you will put Control plus Insert. Plus, okay, of course, means pressed together. First Control and keep Control down and then Insert. And decrease heading bug will be Control del. Then you can return as well and close these windows. exactly like this. Okay? So, one last command. You go here, Autopilot, and you press here. You scroll down and you find this one. Increase Autopilot reference airspeed. This one here. Okay? And here your command will be this one. Shift plus control, shift plus control plus insert. Or control plus shift plus insert. It is exactly the same. You press here. I don't know which was the default command or if there was any. Okay. I will do it once again. I will show you how. So you go here, okay, and you press together Control Shift plus Insert. Here it is. Control Shift plus Insert. Validate. So increase autopilot reference airspeed is Control Shift plus Insert. And then you go to decrease autopilot reference airspeed here. And you put the same way Control Shift plus Control plus Shift plus Del here. Okay, this one here. And you validate. Better to press Control Shift, because in general it is Control plus Shift. It is not the opposite. Forget what is written here. It doesn't matter. It will take the command. So press Control Shift and Del and then validate. And this is decrease autopilot reference airspeed. Okay, increase is Control Shift Insert and decrease is Control Shift Del. I repeat, it doesn't matter if it is Shift plus Control or Control plus Shift, because you press these two commands and you keep them, and then you press the third one, which is Insert or Del. So now please understand the following, that there is a logic behind all these things. The upper keyboard commands, insert, home and page up, with those we increase, okay? And with those down, delete, end and page down, we decrease. When we press Control or Control Shift, and one of these, we increase something. And when we press Control or Control Shift, and one of these here, these three here, delete, end, and page down, we decrease something. This is extremely important. It stands for all the commands, and also have in mind that those things that we are saying, they were somehow earlier the default commands of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And those things now have changed. Okay, so we will see all those things in action. If you see the same command standing for two different options, never mind, it is okay. It will work just fine. Here now you can check the commands if everything is okay. we are on keyboard, control options, and we go here. Okay? What we said, control page up. Here it is, control page up. Attach drone to, it is okay, don't worry, it is just fine. Nothing will appear. But also, control page up, we see that it is increase autopilot's reference altitude. Here it is. The command is correct. Now, control page down. Here it is. Decrease autopilot reference altitude. Okay. And the same we can do with the other commands that I showed you. We can test and search here, and we can see that they are correct. Control home. Here it is. You see? Control home. Increase autopilot reference vertical speed. Okay? Control end. Decrease autopilot reference vertical speed. Here it is. And then we had control insert. Increase heading bag. You see, it is correct. Control del. Decrease heading bag. Here it is correct. And this complicated a little bit, which is nothing difficult. Control shift insert. Here it is. Increase autopilot reference airspeed. And control shift del. Decrease autopilot reference airspeed. Okay? Last but not the least, I want to emphasize that it is good to have the default page set up like this, with all the subfolders closed. It is good this to be your default page setup, because like this you can navigate much more easier. I would like to make this clear that whatever I showed you today is the most important tutorial we had so far. Maybe you didn't want to learn how to start up the jets, the Boeings actually. It is okay. You proceed at your own risk without knowing a startup of a Boeing. But if you don't follow these commands that I showed you today, if you don't adjust the keyboard commands, okay, I'm afraid that you cannot continue somehow. I mean, you cannot continue with these tutorials, because it will be like we are talking a different language. The best bespoke airport I have seen so far. Also, Courchevel was excellent. Ah, see, someone is landing, huh? Ah, this will be nice. This will be really nice. And it is multiplayer. This is really nice. Courchevel and this one here, and Donegal. Courchevel, Donegal, and Lugano. It is good to visit. See how wonderful. And the shoplifter is somewhere here parked. Very good landing. A luxury definitely, because you cannot be inside in many towers, isn't it? Control towers. Very good landing by Mr. Doc Venoms. Venom Z. Very good landing. Once again, I want to repeat. In order to change the commands, if you don't know how to validate and all those things, go and see this tutorial, ATC, what was there? How to ATC, this one. You will see there exactly. Also, I showed you this time. If you cannot manage, please let me know down in the comments and I will reply to you how to change the keyboard commands. This lesson is about to finish somewhere here. We will not continue. Just quickly, I will show you how things will be in the future with all these commands, because I'm trying the soonest as possible to get you airborne. So, have a look now. That is exactly what we did today. See here. Altitude. Here. We don't use the knobs and all those things. We don't get frustrated during the game. What we said? Control. Keep control pressed. Of course, I mean left control, isn't it? We are talking about left control and left shift down. So, control, page down. See here now? You see? That is exactly what we did today. Exactly this one we did. Control page down. And control page up. So you manage your altitude like this. This is the vertical speed. Control, home. You increase the rate of ascent. Control, end. You decrease. The three upper commands, that means insert, home and page up, are the commands with which we increase. The lower commands, del, end and page down, are the commands with which we decrease. Heading mode. Here, have a look. Control, insert. You see? It increases. Control, del. It decreases. Here it is. And this one, which was a little bit more complicated and needs 3 buttons, our speed, it is Control, Shift, Insert. We increase the speed like this. Control, Shift, del. We decrease the speed like this. And those are the most important commands so far, together with some commands that you have already heard lots of times if you follow the channel a little bit, which is of course the parking brakes command, Control del, and we also said about V, which is the VFR map window. Here it is. V stands for VFR map. And we also said about N sometimes, which is the navlog page. We will see those things in the future. We have already seen them in, I think, all of our flights. So please let me know if you have any questions about those things that we said today, that I showed you today. Please adjust your commands, because those actually are adjustments for all the planes, isn't it? It is not only about the Boeings. Any plane can have these commands. I mean, once we make the arrangements, this stands for all the planes, and I can guarantee you that it will make your life much more easier in the future. So this is all for now. Thank you for watching this clip and hope to see you soon to the next one. Bye for now.